What is going on YouTube? Andrew Gomes checking in. Today is March 21st, Tuesday. I'm back to class and I just wanted to announce that we are officially 5 weeks out from graduating. It's about 6 weeks, but it's only 5 weeks because we have a spring break coming up in about 2 weeks. So in today's vlog, I'll be giving advice to CNAs who's thinking about doing LVN. So I will see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so you're thinking about going for nursing school, right? If you're gonna do it, then that's great. I'm definitely happy for you. I'm definitely excited for you because you know what? You're bound for something better. You deserve more to be just being just a CNA. My first tip for you guys, let me just take a seat real quick. Okay, so my first advice for you guys is to identify your why. Why do you want to do this? If you want to do this for the money because you're gonna get a lot of pay, you're probably in it for the wrong reason. I suggest to not just do it. I believe there's more to life than getting paid more because you can have whatever job in the world. What matters is the amount of money that you have in the savings account. And for me, I'm doing this, for example, so that I can provide a better life for my family. And I also suggest you're gonna want to have a long-term goal after your nursing career. Like for me, for example, my long-term goal and my ultimate end goal, you guys, is to become a military nurse, either army nursing or air force nursing. Second advice that I can give you guys, if you're already working as a CNA, that's great. I highly suggest to master the skill of taking the blood pressure manually, because let's say you take this one patient's blood pressure and then you got a higher reading, like let's say 180 over 120, and you report that one to your nurse, and I believe and I bet that your nurse is going to want you to retake the blood pressure manually. Because you know what, in today's technology we have these machines to take the vital signs, and I don't trust their readings. And if you switch sides, if you're a nurse, I bet you that you're gonna want to delegate that to your CNA as well to retake their blood pressure manually, because it will provide you a better and accurate reading. Okay, so my next advice for you guys is to prepare. You're gonna want to get yourself a good planner and map out your schedule, because your instructors in school, when you start going to class, they're gonna give you handouts, syllabus, or like schedule of your test dates. You're gonna want to put that down in your planner, your test dates, your certain homeworks, or the due dates for, let's say, your ATI, so that you can identify when to work more days, when to pick up more hours, and whether not to get more days. Like let's say on Tuesday you have a big day coming up, big test coming up, ATI, through 3 major exams. Of course on Monday you're going to want to be off, so I think that is very essential to have a planner, and also put down the dates for your work too, so that so that you're not gonna miss out with work. You're not gonna be no call no show, because that is very crucial in work, you guys. It's a big one. I just got mine like last year. It was kind of funny. Anyway, and also you're gonna want to put down your relaxation days, because you're gonna want to spend time with your family, or maybe spend time with yourself. Like let's say for me, I go to the gym, I spend my time or my days off with my wife, we go out, we eat. And I also believe that it is very essential, especially in nursing school, that you have to de-stress. I mean like a lot. Okay, my next advice that I'm going to give you guys is to definitely learn how to prioritize. Now, even if you're only an LVN student or an RN student, you're going to be doing that in clinical rotations. And most definitely when you become a nurse and you do execute your skills out there in the field, like let's say you're working the floor, you're working in hospitals, wherever. Now I'm going to give you a certain scenario. So let's say you get 3 patients, right? Patient A, he's been on the call line for a little while. He's been demanding that he wants to get a shower stat like immediately, right now. And then patient B, let's just give an example, he's been diagnosed with ALS. And then lastly, your patient C, he has to be turned in about 2 minutes. Because he has, let's say pressure ulcer stage number 2, or stage 2, or maybe in reverse, stage 3, stage 4, and he has to be turned every 2 hours as per doctor's order. Now, who would you see first? In that case, in that scenario, what I would do, I'm not stuttering, what I would do is I would go patient A, answer the call light so that he won't be waiting any longer, and then I would give it a statement, hey, I'm gonna have to give you a shower because patient B has an appointment in about 30-45 minutes, and I suggest you guys to make it a habit not to say, is that okay? Or say, okay in every single end of your statement, because what it does is you're giving your patients an opportunity to just say no. Now, after attending to patient A, answer the call light, you're gonna want to go ahead and go to patient C, your third patient, to turn him every 2 hours because that's the doctor's order, and so that it will help out the healing process of the pressure ulcer. And then lastly, you're gonna want to go to patient B, do your cure, give him a shower, get him up, and get him ready for the appointment. And then my last and final advice for you guys is to develop that clinical eye, that clinical ears, you guys. Now, what do I mean by that? For a clinical eye, let's say you're giving a patient a bath, you're giving your patient a shower, you're going to want to be able to do a quick head to toe. It doesn't have to be as thoroughly as how nurses do it. Like, let's say you're giving your patient a bath, you notice any changes in the skin texture, you notice a wound, you notice a bruising, you notice any laceration or any stuff like that, you're gonna want to be able to report that to your nurse. And after giving him a shower, you're gonna put him back to the bed, right? Before leaving the room, I highly suggest you guys to make sure that the pulse oximeter is on, and make sure that their oxygen saturation is about 95 to 100% or 90 to 100% in some instances, and then make sure their heart rate is in normal limits, like 60 to 100 beats per minute. So you're going to be able to develop that skill to just do a quick spot check before leaving the room. Don't be that kind of CNA to just put him back in the bed. You're going to want to make sure your patient is safe, your patient is breathing, your patient's oxygen saturation level is on point, and their heart rate is within normal limits. If their heart rate is above 100 beats per minute, you might want to check him manually. Just put your fingers on the radial pulse or brachial pulse or wherever and count him in a minute. And then for clinical ear, let's say you're doing something, let's say you're charting. This is the greatest tip that I've received from one of my co-workers. He's a Filipino nurse too at my work. He told me that if you want to be a good nurse, you need that ear, clinical ear, especially that one. Let's say you're charting, you're eating, and then all of a sudden you hear this loud alarm that goes off from ventilator. You should go straight over there, even though the nurse isn't there. So go over there, assess what's going on. Maybe the pulse oximeter is not on the patient's fingers, on toes, on the ears, or maybe the patient is having a respiratory distress, and you should be able to notify your nurse right away so that they may have to suction them, provide O2, because you can't do that. That's out of your scope of practice as a CNA. So those are my advice for you guys. If you're a CNA who's thinking about going for LVN school or RN school, it's definitely worth it, you guys. Trust me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, hit like and subscribe if you want to see videos like this. Remember, always keep your feet on the ground, eyes on the sky, stay on the grind. I'll see you guys in the next one.